whether for back then, where which company, even over Japan, even that would have been funny there too. By the way, but they both had a lot to offer, but they went to where they decided that they needed to be.
Right, and it's just kind of interesting to kind of see how everything shaped later in for both these companies with this commentary team.
Yeah.
The first match are the Head Shrinkers versus Coco Beware and Owen Hart. I forgot Coco Beware and Owen Hart tagged together. That seems like a very weird fit together.
Yeah, I had when I saw them, it dawned on me it didn't last very long, but yeah, it was. I thought good tag team, good. It was good mixing with what they're doing. But yeah, that definitely good tag team too.
Right, and correct me if I'm wrong, but was Rikishi in the Head Shrinkers?
Yeah, that was his. One of his. It might be 4, but I know definitely 3 characters in WWF.
Right. Oh, I remember he had the one where he's one of the Head Shrinkers. I looked at the face. I'm like, that's Rikishi.
Yeah, that's. I think it was his first character.
Okay. I thought that was him, but I wasn't.
Yeah, no, that was him. He went from Head Shrinkers to the Sultan. He might have had one more character, or at least portrayed something. But obviously, he turned into Rikishi. But that's one of 3 characters. It might be 4 though. But anyways, yeah, that's definitely Rikishi.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure because, like I said, when I was watching that, I'm like, that seems like it's him.
Yep.
So anyway, in this match, Owen Hart gets a good hot tag, and that was one of the best hot tags I've seen in wrestling in a long while. It definitely got you amped up to see what Owen could do to try and turn this around for the team. Very good hot tag, but in the end, the Head Shrinkers win by a splash with who I think was Rikishi, honestly. And another side note, you can tell with the Usos, they're paying homage to Rikishi from that splash.
Oh yeah, sorry, asthma's acting up. Yeah, I thought it was just to go on with the match. It was a good, entertaining match. Kept me on my feet and everything, and kept my eyes peeled on it. So I definitely thought it was a great opener for the Survivor Series match, and I gave that a 5.5. I could have given it a 6. Honestly, it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, I went with 7. So one of the things that they did on here is this when I think Bobby the Brain called it the brain scan, where they drew on the screen, kind of like the NFL does.
Yeah, I like that.
I did too. I was like, okay, that's kind of a cool little thing to get going here. Again, I made a reference to somebody in this note, but basically they go to a backstage segment with Sean Mooney talking about the Nightstick on a Pole match with Big Boss Man versus Nails. Then at that point, they go to another backstage with Sean Mooney and a promo from Nails, and then a promo from Big Boss Man. Awesome. What is with 1992 and pole matches, and where the hell was Vince Russo in all this?
Maybe that's where you got the idea. Maybe.
Maybe, but it's one of those things where I'm like, did I seriously pick 2 pay-per-views that there's a pole match involved, and it's not Vince Russo stuff?
Honestly, I noticed the same thing as you. I thought it was interesting to see 2 pole matches on to the pay-per-views that we picked, and they're just really barely a month apart. Not even a month apart. I mean,
not even a month apart.
If you go by dates, but yeah, I thought it was interesting too. It's like, well, that was what Russo was not involved in either at that time. I mean, like I said, it was honestly, I think that pole match is better than, in some ways, better storytelling. That's what I'm getting at.
And then
coal miner's glove match.
Yeah. So when they go into the match, it starts fast. Bossman gets the nightstick and starts hitting Nails, but then Nails gets it back. So here's the other thing I don't understand about this.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to me, based on the whole setup for the match, that Nails should be the babyface, Bossman should be the heel. But when they get the nightstick, oh boy, is that completely flipped. They're cheering as Bossman's beating Nails with a nightstick. And then when Nails gets it, they're booing him for beating Bossman with a nightstick, even though the whole story is that Bossman was beating him, being unfair to him while he was incarcerated. And he's a good guy. He gets out, and he just wants to get retribution for all the mistreatment, and we boo the guy.
Nails wasn't a babyface.
Based on that story, he should have been.
I mean, he wasn't, the spring baby. I mean, yeah, the storytelling, the way it was kind of brought up because he's getting paid back for being in prison and everything. But Nails was, a lot of people liked, what he brought out. But honestly, Nails' promo was not very good. My thought on that one. I mean, he did.
No, it wasn't. It seemed like he was the new guy.
Green. What was it? He's a white guy, but Bossman's promo was good, but Bossman was liked to a lot of fans back then too.
Yeah. But either way, Bossman wins after the Bossman Slam. What did you think of this match?
I thought it was cool. I mean, in the ring it had good highlights, and they brought something to the table. It was pretty interesting how they went about the match. Good movement inside the ring. Good. It's pretty exciting. I gave it a 6.
Yep, same here actually. Exactly the same.
That's the first time we got right on the dot, I think.
Right.
Yeah, right. But honestly, I'm always there's probably in the late '90s I wasn't much of a fan because he more of a heel kind of character, more heelish attitude, I guess. That's the way to put it for Bossman. But yeah, I thought Bossman was always something pretty cool. Ray Traylor, I always heard really good things about him behind the scenes too. But yeah, he always had good. The other Bossman always had good storytelling. And I remember back at 90. That was 2000. I don't know, I'm trying to get the thing a year. He was in WCW at the time. He was 90.
You talking about Big Bubba Rogers?
Yeah, but he came in. Oh no, he was Ray Traylor. He came in as Ray Traylor. No, he was Bubba Rogers, but he revealed his name was Ray Traylor, and he went by Ray Traylor. But he basically did a what you call the mic drop or mic pipe bomb kind of a promo there on night one. That was, I don't know what year that was now. Someone either correct me what year that's on. But yeah, I thought it was good.
Right, yeah, same here. They moved to a backstage segment with Mean Gene and Ric Flair, which I completely forgot. Ric Flair was in WCW in the early 90s, and it was part of the Survivor Series with him and Razor Ramon. And they're talking about their match about Savage picking Mr. Perfect on a WWF TV show previously. And this kind of set Bobby the Brain off because the Heenan family had Ric Flair in it, and it had Mr. Perfect in it, and this is Mr. Perfect being spun out of it. They then go into a match between Tatanka and the model Rick Martel.
Yes.
What did you think of this?
Honestly, it was kind of, it wasn't that great. It was fair, but it was for what it was. It was all right. They had Doink the Clown come out and did some.
Yeah, why?
Here's I took two. My only guess there on two different things. For one, I didn't think the match was all that great. The only thing I can think of is maybe McMahon decided to either pre-plan it and just have him go down there during a match. Maybe he thought this is the time to do that, or maybe he just sent him down there randomly. Hey, go down there and entertain the fans going down the aisle and make balloons. But she honestly, doing that, he did that back then too.
That to me just says you guys aren't doing a good job. I'm going to bring out a clown.
I mean, like I said Doink he did that back then too. I mean, maybe just McMahon felt like this is the match to do it, since it's not what you call a high level stake match necessarily. It wasn't a headliner or nothing that was overly important. So maybe that's where he thought that was just the right moment to throw him down there and be Doink. But yeah, I think that was entertaining for what it was, and I gave the match a 3.5. It was fair for what it was, but wasn't nothing that got me glued to TV watching it necessarily. But Tatanka has been in some great matches, but that just wasn't one of his better matches. Or better opponents too. But honestly, Rick Martel, he's not a bad worker, but back then too, just wasn't there.
He wasn't. No, he wasn't. I actually gave the match a 4. It barely kept my interest, even though Tatanka won.
Yeah.
The next thing we see is a backstage segment with Mr. Perfect and Macho Man Randy Savage talking about their tag match, in which leads into Flair and Razor versus Perfect and Savage. What did you think about this one?
Savage and Perfect versus Flair and Razor. I thought it was an interesting match. I really did. I was really gives great storytelling, and I'm glad they put that segment in there from Prime Time, I think it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they did really good promo, really good segment, told a story. Did the same thing with their promos in the backstage. It's really good, and match impressed me. I was on the feet. I was off my edge of my seat, and I gave that a 7. Honestly, it was just a good match all around. Perfect leaving the match for a minute. That was a good, interesting moment. Like, is he going to be more of a heelish person in this thing or the match?
Yeah, and one of the things that Bobby did to Sully is, at least he came to senses and is leaving.
Yeah.
I thought that was really a good twist in it. You don't really see that much anymore happening on TV shows, and then for any kind of wrestling or anything like that. One of the things I also noted is that Perfect counters the Razor's Edge into a perfect plex. Did you remember seeing this where you can pick up near the turnbuckle and he flips over a Razor?
Yeah.
Perfect plex. And then he catches Ric Flair, puts him into the perfect plex. And Perfect and Savage won by DQ. And then after that, like you mentioned this too, there's a backstage segment with Mean Gene and Flair and Razor where Flair's losing his shit. But it was a really good, in terms of the pay-per-view about this whole Perfect and Savage and Flair and Razor thing, it was really, really well done, well put together. It kept the story going. Oh, yeah,
very well, good storytelling, and I was very intrigued by it. I think, back then, especially back then in Ric Flair's younger years, and at that time frame, he could lead off some great promos with his excitement and, of course, his anger. He
right
at that moment, but yeah, I thought they all delivered, but you saw in the background and the backstage and delivering that last promo and intriguing. I definitely deserved a 7. Could have gone more than that.
Oh, I didn't say that. I actually put it as an 8. The next
deserves it.
The next match ended up being Yokozuna versus Virgil.
It was all right. Obviously with size and everything, he kind of saw,
Yeah, it was a squash.
Yeah, by far. But honestly, I felt like there was still something there that made you intrigued. Sometimes it's all right. It's not like he's sometimes the squash matches. It was squash, but it was more than just a plain out squash match. It was better than having 175, or 150 pound whatever guy, or the 30 pound guy entering, not telling a story.
They tried to do it with Virgil, trying to use his speed to beat Yokozuna.
Yeah, no, I thought it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, I lost you on that arm microphone.
No, I still have you.